Burt Lancaster, born Burton Stephen Lancaster, on November 2nd, 1913, in New York City, remains one of the most commanding figures of classic Hollywood. Known for his athletic build, piercing gaze, and commanding screen presence, Lancaster built a career that spanned nearly 5 decades. He moved effortlessly between genres, later career, and memorable roles. Lancaster continued to challenge himself artistically well into the later decades of his career. One of his most unusual performances came in the surreal drama The Swimmer, 1968, where he portrayed a man attempting to swim across suburban swimming pools while confronting the collapse of his life. The film later achieved cult classic status. Years later, he delivered another powerful performance in Atlantic City, 1980, portraying an aging gangster struggling with fading glory. The role earned him another Academy Award nomination and proved his enduring ability to portray complex characters, even as Hollywood evolved. Personal life and marriages. Lancaster's personal life was as layered as the characters he portrayed on screen. Over the course of his lifetime, he was married 3 times and fathered 5 children. Each marriage reflected different phases of his personal journey and the pressures of life in the public eye. His first wife, June Ernst, came from a circus family and shared his background in aerial performance. Their relationship began during his early acrobatic career and strongly influenced his physical style. Although the marriage eventually ended in divorce, it represented an important chapter in Lancaster's formative years: private relationships and Hollywood secrecy. Hollywood during the mid-20th century maintained strict expectations about public image, especially regarding sexuality. Many actors were forced to conceal aspects of their private lives in order to protect their careers. Stories and rumors about relationships within the industry circulated quietly, but rarely became public knowledge. Some historical accounts and speculative narratives have connected Lancaster to other famous figures from classic Hollywood, including Rock Hudson, Marlon Brando, and singer-actor Ricky Nelson. However, historians emphasize that many such claims remain unverified and should be viewed cautiously when discussing the era's complex personal histories. Final years and legacy. In his later years, Lancaster gradually stepped away from acting as health issues began to affect him. Despite these challenges, his legacy in cinema remained firmly established. On October 20th, 1994, Lancaster died in his apartment in Los Angeles after suffering a 3rd heart attack. He was 80 years old. Following his wishes, his body was cremated, and his ashes were scattered beneath a large oak tree at Westwood Memorial Park. A small plaque bearing his name marks the site, quietly honoring a man whose presence once dominated the silver screen. Conclusion: Burt Lancaster's journey from circus acrobat to legendary actor is one of the most fascinating stories in Hollywood history. Through films like The Killers, Elmer Gantry, and Atlantic City, he demonstrated remarkable range and emotional depth. Yet his influence extended far beyond acting. As a producer, activist, and advocate for artistic independence, Lancaster helped reshape the film industry. His legacy endures not only in his performances, but also in his commitment to integrity, social justice, and creative freedom. Qualities that continue to inspire filmmakers and audiences around the world. Burt Lancaster, born Burton Stephen Lancaster on November 2nd, 1913 in New York City, remains one of the most commanding figures of classic Hollywood. Known for his athletic build, piercing gaze, and commanding screen presence, Lancaster built a career that spanned nearly 5 decades. He moved effortlessly between genres, portraying heroes, anti-heroes, and deeply complex men. Beyond acting, he became a producer, activist, and outspoken advocate for social justice. His life story is one of transformation, from circus acrobat to Oscar-winning actor, and of a man navigating fame, power, and deeply personal struggles within the strict confines of mid-century Hollywood. Early life and circus beginnings. Lancaster grew up in a working-class neighborhood in East Harlem in New York City. From a young age, he displayed exceptional athletic ability, excelling in sports and acrobatics. His physical talents eventually led him to join the circus, where he performed as an acrobat. This early experience proved crucial in shaping his later film career. The discipline, balance, and fearlessness he developed under the big top translated seamlessly to the screen. Unlike many actors of his generation, Lancaster could perform many of his own stunts. His agility and confidence gave his performances a sense of realism and intensity that audiences found captivating. Hollywood breakthrough. Lancaster's transition from circus performer to Hollywood actor began during the 1940s. His striking appearance, towering physique, and natural charisma quickly attracted the attention of film producers. His breakthrough came with the 1946 noir classic, The Killers. In the film, Lancaster portrayed a doomed former boxer entangled in crime and betrayal. The role immediately established him as a major new talent. Critics praised his ability to project both strength and vulnerability. With this performance, Lancaster emerged as a leading man, capable of delivering emotionally intense characters, setting the stage for a remarkable career in American cinema. Expanding range and acting style. Throughout the late 1940s and 1950s, Lancaster proved he was far more than a handsome action star. He moved easily between genres, starring in westerns, film noir, historical epics, and dramatic character studies. His performances combined rugged masculinity with emotional complexity, making his characters feel authentic and human. Lancaster had a gift for portraying flawed individuals struggling with moral dilemmas. This versatility allowed him to stand apart from many of his contemporaries. Whether playing a rebellious outlaw or a conflicted hero, he brought intensity and intelligence to every role, gradually earning a reputation as one of Hollywood's most serious actors. Founding an independent production company. In the early 1950s, Lancaster took a bold step that few actors of the era attempted. He co-founded the production company Hecht Hill Lancaster with producer Harold Hecht and director James Hill. This move gave him unprecedented creative control over his projects. The company focused on producing films with artistic ambition and social relevance, rather than formulaic studio fare. One of its most celebrated successes was the 1955 film Marty, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Another notable production was Separate Tables, 1958. Through this venture, Lancaster helped reshape Hollywood's power structure. Academy Award triumphs. Lancaster's acting achievements eventually earned him the highest honors in the film industry. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his electrifying performance in Elmer Gantry, 1960. In the film, he portrayed a charismatic, yet morally ambiguous preacher whose ambition and charm concealed deep flaws. The performance displayed Lancaster's extraordinary range, blending humor, menace, and emotional vulnerability. He later delivered another acclaimed performance in Birdman of Alcatraz, 1962, portraying convicted murderer Robert Stroud. Although this role earned immense praise and award recognition, it further demonstrated Lancaster's ability to humanize complicated, deeply troubled individuals. Activism and personal principles. Beyond the screen, Lancaster was widely respected for his political engagement and activism. At a time when many Hollywood figures avoided controversial issues, he openly supported civil rights and social justice causes. He participated in marches and used his celebrity to advocate for equality. Lancaster also championed artists' rights and union protections within the film industry. His willingness to speak out against injustice distinguished him from many of his peers. Rather than remaining silent, he believed public figures had a responsibility to stand for fairness and dignity. This commitment made him not only a respected actor, but also a principled public voice.